buying a new monitor for your gaming setup, getting your holiday shopping done early, or are you like us and do you love learning about monitors? Hey, I'm Nicholas from Ratings.com. If any of this applies to you, then you're probably wondering what are the best gaming monitors you could get in 2024. There are some fantastic high-end options out there, but not everyone wants the best of the best. So which is the best gaming monitor for your needs? Let's look into that in today's tell-all on gaming monitors. Just keep in mind that we're not recommending the best monitors regardless of price. That's too easy. Instead, we're recommending the best gaming monitors for most people, meaning we consider a few factors besides the performance, like features, price, and availability in the US. Also, we only recommend monitors that we've bought and tested, so if you want us to test a specific model, head over to our website to vote for it. That said, these are just recommendations, and there's no perfect option for everyone. The best gaming monitor for you depends on your needs and preferences. You could also check out our detailed written reviews on our website and use our tools to find more options. Before we get into premium options, let's start with some entry-level models. These are great if you can't afford or just don't want the best of the best, or your setup can't take full advantage of higher-end monitors. The Dell G2724D is a good option that you could find for cheap directly from Dell's website. It's a 27-inch display with a 1440p resolution and 165Hz refresh rate. These are pretty standard specs for gaming, and they're good enough for most gamers. What makes it such a great option is that motion looks sharp at any refresh rate. It also supports all common VRR formats to reduce screen tearing. This is a nice touch because that means the VRR support works with the PS5, which is rare for a cheap monitor. But it doesn't have HDMI 2.1 bandwidth to make full use of consoles, which is a feature that you normally only find on higher-end displays. Of course, there are some downsides to getting an entry-level monitor. For example, this one is pretty bad for HDR. The local dimming feature is terrible, blacks look gray, and highlights don't pop. But can you really expect a monitor that's less than $200 to have good HDR? No, but that doesn't mean there aren't any budget monitors with good HDR. If you're willing to spend a bit more, look into the AOC Q27G3XMN. It has many of the same specs as the Dell, like the size and resolution. But what makes it such a better choice for HDR is that it uses mini LED backlighting, which many other budget monitors don't have. It has a good local dimming feature because of this, as it displays deep blacks, vivid colors, and makes highlights really pop. So if you care about having great picture quality while gaming, this one really punches above its weight. But there's nothing that truly stands out about its raw gaming performance, like with its motion handling. It has a higher 180Hz refresh rate than the Dell, and a slightly faster response time, but they're still smearing with fast-moving objects. Plus, it doesn't support HDMI 4 and VRR like the Dell. One thing to know is that this monitor sometimes goes out of stock and is hard to find. If you can't find it, the Acer Nitro XV275U is something similar that you can get for less. But it has even worse motion handling than the AOC, so that's why it isn't the top choice here. Alright, moving on. As you get into higher end monitors, this is where there's an upgrade in features, for the added cost of course. If this is what your budget allows for, the Acer Nitro XV275K is a great choice, and it's worth getting when it goes on sale too. Like the AOC monitor, it uses mini LED backlighting and has good picture quality, especially in HDR. What makes it an upgrade is that it has a higher 4K resolution for more detailed images. Plus, it even supports HDMI 2.1 bandwidth to take full advantage of modern graphics cards and gaming consoles. This means it's versatile for any type of gamer, whether you want something for your console or PC, or maybe both. As you'd expect from a gaming monitor, it has sharp motion handling at any refresh rate. It also has low input lag at high refresh rates, but here's the catch with this monitor. The input lag is a lot higher with 60Hz signals. This is disappointing for gaming at 60Hz, like with some games on the PS5. But you could avoid this issue with the Xbox by setting the refresh rate to 120Hz in the console settings. Okay, now we'll move into the upper tiers of gaming monitors, which is saturated with OLED monitors. Realistically speaking, you pretty much can't go wrong with any of these new OLEDs for gaming. Choosing one over another comes down to features and price, and it depends what you need for your gaming setup. Starting with what's considered the upper mid price range, the Gigabyte Aorus FO27Q3 is an incredible option that costs less than other premium gaming models. It has a 1440p resolution and a very fast 360Hz refresh rate, so it's ideal even for competitive gamers. Another thing that makes it so fantastic for gaming is its QD-OLED panel. It has a near instant response time that makes motion look very smooth, even better than the other monitors we've recommended so far. On top of that, the picture quality is pretty remarkable as it displays deep and inky blacks with bright highlights and vivid colors. So good that you might think you're the one actually taking on challenges in Hogwarts Legacy, or any other game you play. This monitor's high refresh rate may seem like overkill for some. If that's the case for you, there are other 1440p OLEDs you can get in the same price range, but with a lower 240Hz refresh rate. One of those is the Asus ROG Strix XG27 AQ-DMG, which is also fantastic for gaming, but colors aren't as vivid as on the Gigabyte. That said, if you feel like the 360Hz refresh rate isn't enough for you, you could find some OLEDs with an even higher 480Hz refresh rate, like the LG 32GS95 UEB. But here's the thing, it's not a natural 480Hz monitor. Instead, it has a native 4K resolution and 240Hz refresh rate. It has a dual mode feature that boosts the refresh rate with a lower 1080p resolution. This makes it pretty versatile if you want a high refresh rate in some games like Overwatch 2, but prefer a more detailed image in others, like the new Last of Us. Besides that, it has all the great benefits of an OLED, like a fast response time, deep blacks, and bright highlights. Although colors aren't as vivid as on a QD OLED like the Gigabyte, it still offers an amazing HDR experience. It also has very low input lag for a responsive feel, especially when you're gaming at its max refresh rate. We just want to add that there are other 480Hz OLEDs coming out with a 1440p resolution. These are great options if you want a more detailed image than in the 1080p dual mode of the LG. One of those is the Asus PG27 AQ-DP, which at the time of filming this video, we're currently testing in the lab. We don't know exactly how it stacks up against the LG, but keep an eye on our website for full details. Without even talking about the best gaming monitor, you already have some amazing options. So you're probably wondering, can it get even better? Well, it does. And that's where the popular 4K 240Hz QD OLEDs come into play. We've bought quite a few of them and put them through rigorous testing with only minor differences between them. But the award for the best gaming monitor in 2024 goes to the Samsung Odyssey OLED G8, or the G80SD for short. Sure, it doesn't have the same dual mode feature of the LG, so it's not the monitor to get if you want the highest refresh rate. But the Samsung costs less, and what makes it the best option for most people is that it's versatile for different types of gamers. Thanks to its HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, it can make full use of modern graphics cards and gaming consoles, so you could hook up both your gaming PC and console to it. It has everything you'd expect to find in a gaming monitor, like sharp motion, low input lag, and VRR support. There are some neat features too, like an ARC port to connect the soundbar, and Tizen OS that makes it easy to stream content without your PC. Plus, it delivers remarkable picture quality. Colors are vivid, and it displays deep blacks in dark rooms. It even has a matte coating that reduces glare well in bright rooms. But if you aren't a fan of the matte coating, you could also look into some glossy options like the MSI MPG 321URX. It performs similarly, but it's not always easy to find, so it's only worth getting when you could find it for less than the Samsung. Another popular choice is the Asus ROG Swift PG32 UCDM, which has a few extra features like a KVM switch and Dolby Vision support, but it's an extra $300 while offering similar performance. Well, that's it for the best gaming monitors to buy in 2024. There are some models that we haven't mentioned that are also fantastic for gaming, including dedicated esports monitors. You could visit our website for more recommendations, like the best gaming monitors for the PS5 or Xbox Series X. So which gaming monitor is the one for you? Do you agree or disagree with our picks? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Until next time, I'm Nicholas from Ratings.com, where we help you find the best products for your needs. Ciao. Well, that's it for the best gaming monitors, for the guest gaming monitor. Similar performance gap. But the award for the best gaming monitor in 2024 goes to the Samsung Odyssey OLED G8, or the G80SD for short.
That works, but you didn't look at the
I know.